Alrighty guys, welcome to another day of Dota 2. It seems as if everything is up and functional. It didn't do the normal thing it does when I open OBS, but
Agent Broughton, she's our best
apparently my
intelligence
Switch has also decided to do that again. But I think it's functional. I have faith. Didn't do a sound test today because... since last time we played, not much has changed. There have been a few quality of life patches. They're very small, but they changed some exploits, I guess, that existed with the middle lane and a few heroes. They made it harder to put people on the cliff. That's what I heard. I don't know how. I don't know if it changed the terrain or if it just made it harder to put a person on the cliff. Um, I'll have to see. Alright, good. Sounds working. I'll have to see when we actually begin. But for now, I'll just start matchmaking. 3,436, thanks to my double down last time. And game client is suddenly out of date. I just updated. Literally just updated. No more than 2.5 minutes ago. So, I am sorry. Now you're going to see a black screen while Dota updates all over again. I suppose while it's doing that... No, it didn't. They also fixed Rubik's Talents, I guess. They were having a problem. I don't really know what the problem was because I don't play Rubik very often, but they weren't leveling up properly. So that's fixed. So basically it was just a little quality of life, just fixing some exploits, essentially. There was also some exploits where you could bring neutral creeps into a tower's range to get rid of his backdoor protection. Yeah, that's probably true. Reverted everything. I would imagine that... that would be really frustrating because it's never happened to me that I've seen, but people will pull neutral creeps towards the tower to deal past its backdoor protection. I guess they've reduced the range for that, so it's harder to pull neutral creeps into the tower range. It won't register them until they're really close, which is fine if you have your own controlled neutral creep, which wouldn't count anyway, I'm pretty sure, but it just helped a small exploit where people can get creeps to go really far out of the jungle just to get rid of backdoor protection on tier 2 towers. I can't imagine you'd ever get them near tier 3 towers. I mean, never seen it before anyway, but I can't imagine they can get that far. But tier 2 towers have backdoor, and they're not meant to be attacked with some strange pulling the neutrals out of the jungle and attacking the tower anyway. So, I understand. I'm going to stop blocking Nature's Prophet because nobody plays him. So even though I think he's broken, nobody plays him anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm thinking instead I'm going to nerf more irritating heroes. Right now I don't even know who I hate. That's the problem. I'll ban Parfit, but that's just because I don't know who else to ban. I will be thinking of somebody more more suited for banning. He's gonna Veno mid. I hate that, and that's why I had to make the question. Veno mid. He'll just double down. I won't even say I hate it or anything like that. Just not a fan. Simple enough to get the point across that I'm not a fan of his particular pick. I just won't even bother. Viper. Veno is actually good against Viper. That sounds good. That's at least something. He won't pick it if there's tanky heroes. Thinking about maybe a Void off lane. He's pretty good still. And he's not that bad against Viper just because holding Viper down really hurts Viper. Veno's one of the only heroes in the game who can go against Viper in a mid lane and not have a problem because, at least in my understanding, because your abilities have a relatively wide range, and you also have a, debuff on your attacks, and wards can hurt Viper without you having to be within range, and wards can get you last hits if you're really good with them, so you can just kind of not deal with Viper at all. The only downside is he has extra magic resistance, but that's not such a big deal. So Void's actually pretty good as Bloodseeker too, because if he ults me and I put a chrono down, then I just kind of exist. Like, okay. No biggie. My problem is I now have melee heroes, so I'm going to switch. My heroes won't be able to monopolize off of the chrono, and that will kill us. Bounty Hunter mid? Oh my gosh. Maybe a Necro wouldn't be a bad idea. I can't take damage from him while I'm Ghost Shrouded. Same thing with Viper. And the ult really hurts them. Probably get a Blink Dagger, too. I like it. I really do like the idea. Alright. I'm actually shocked. I thought they were supposed to pick first, so why did it switch up? That's kind of strange to me. I sometimes forget exactly how the picking order goes in ranked all pick, but I was pretty sure that we should have their fourth pick, then our fourth pick, not reversed, but I don't really care. It doesn't matter. So, in a lane with Necro, let me think who we have here. We're going to have Mana Boots on Nyx, probably. Well, yeah, Mana Boots on Nyx is, like, guaranteed, almost. I'm going to need to get Mana Boots, no matter what. I have to play kind of that sort of Necro. That's a caster kind of Necro, so that's important to note, because I'm not going to buy something that would build into different boots. With that in mind, I think a Windlace is always good on Necro. Usually if you buy mangoes, it's not a bad idea as long as you have a clarity to supplement, because this way I can always have mana. I don't really need to buy anything else because I guess I don't need 2 mangoes, so instead I might buy something different, but a mango is usually good. Fairy Fire just to have some burst healing, that's not a bad idea. This will help me survive in lane really well in all aspects. If I'm about to die, for example, I can always Enchanted Mango and then cast a spell. Fairy Fire can always help me. So I think I'll do a good job. Nature's Prophet, who I did try to ban, despite the fact that it wasn't really like what I was planning on doing. I did try to ban him, but no biggie. He suffers against Necro late game pretty heavily until he gets an Orchid, if he builds Orchid. Because otherwise I just say Nature's Prophet goodbye, and I blink on him, and he's not a very tanky hero. So I just do some nuke damage and ult him and he dies. That's my plan anyway. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm actually super tired right now. I wasn't tired earlier today because for the first night in a few days, I got decent sleep. And I don't know, I got home at like, a couple hours ago, and suddenly, like an hour ago, I was just like, ugh. And I just started falling asleep. But I was like, no, I have to be awake for Dota. It's too important. So here I am, ready to go. So as far as betting is concerned, I have to bet today no matter what, because I won't have the chance. I'm not doing that. I won't have the chance otherwise to bet until it resets. So I have to bet some of these games. This game isn't bad, so I believe in it. It's just tokens anyway, so I don't really mind if I lose them. It's not a big deal to me. I could have gone for Headdress, but I don't know if I want to build a mech yet. I'll think about it. Yeah, it's hot down here right now, too. Which is funny because it's a basement, but it should stabilize. I just turned off my dehumidifier, which kind of seems to make it hotter. I don't know if there's a statistical reason for that. Before the timer. I made sure to heal my buddies up a little bit because I'm going to gain some of that mana back. Heard some mangoes go off. I guess that was them trying to top themselves off because they're probably going to go for another kill, which is good. I'm just happy that we were able to kill that greedy Venge. I'm assuming Venge is safe lane, so Venge is going to be much less useful. So I'm going to block once Venge is no longer looking. Venge is being super aggressive, and I'm not a fan. But it's okay. Just gonna keep trying to put some pressure on Venge to prevent the healing, and Bloodseeker seems to be pushing the lane. which I don't even understand at all. I'll never be close enough to them to really cause the Heartstopper Aura to be super useful early. So I'm definitely not going to take it before like level 3. Maybe even 4. It just doesn't seem like it's going to serve a purpose. I'll take Ghost Shroud instead to stop sudden deaths. And to boost my healing capabilities. The only problem is I can't use it to dodge a stun, because I'll get hit with it anyway. Which kind of puts me in a precarious position. He really prepared himself for this lane pretty well. But that's okay, because now I have super speed. I move at 350. I did that so I'd get the extra heal. Get a full healing out of that, guaranteed. That way I don't have to heal again with tangos or anything. I can just kind of sit and allow it to exist. Allow myself to exist. Well, Venge will have to waste some of her last tangos on that. I can't manage to harass Bloodseeker at all, which is a big problem. There's Venge with her clarity. It's very hard for me to live in this lane alone because of the nature of Bloodseeker being immune to harass. It's either you're killing him or it can't be harassed, and that's one of the problems. Venge is missing. She's going down for Rune right now. Which kind of irritates me too, because that means that Venge is getting a little bit more power than I'd like her to have. Venge is coming. I don't have a lot of mana besides my mango, so I'm just going to tango and back up. I don't want to get stunned here, because if I do, I am doomed. If I'm stunned that far away from my tower, Bloodseeker will run me down. Alright, now Heartstopper Aura isn't a bad idea. Because the extra level of Ghost Shroud does increase the duration and the movement slow. And cooldown, I guess, gets decreased, but it's not really worth it. Instead, I'm going to have a progressive effect on just being near them. So that's a problem. But not that big of a problem. I just couldn't get that, could I? So Bloodseeker's pretty much at full health. He still has tangos left. And that frustrates me to no end. It puts me in a really bad spot. Thankfully, I got a last hit with my my passive, which is going to give me a little bit of health and mana just to basically top off, I guess. I just do that pressure Bloodseeker. It doesn't really do much, but it's just to kind of irritate him. To basically say, like, look, I'm getting you lower on health. You know, you're going to have to focus more on, you know, denying, I guess. I kind of want him to run at me so I can Ghost Shroud him when I'm under tower with him, because he'll be slowed. But it's very hard to do much of anything to him.
Go mid like him. I'm gonna go bottom. Alright, I'll go top then.
It's rough. I'm not sure how else to go about this lane besides just existing, basically. Alright, now I don't have to worry too much because I can heal and stay under tower.
Trying to get there in time. Oh, he's dead.
Is he? I'm so happy. That's worth it. That was stupid of him. He got way too greedy for me. And now I'm fortunate enough to be the proud owner of Mana Boots. Next is my mechanism. This is going to help me a lot. I'm glad they did this whole recipe thing. Like, I'm really glad they did this recipe thing where you can see what the item is. I just think it's so cool. Now, Bloodseeker might think that he's good enough to kill me again. I really doubt that. Bye. It was not. It was a nice try from Bloodseeker to, you know, be in the lane, but that wasn't gonna happen. Granted, now I'm weaker when he comes back because I don't have ult as a response tool, but it's worth it to kill their safe lane carry. He just died twice in a row, basically, which cripples his farm. Now, he had good farm to begin with, so crippled from really good is just kind of eh, but it's better than nothing. For me to do that, I mean, not better. You know, his is better than nothing. I'm finally getting some money myself, too. I have to be careful until this kicks in. I don't know when it'll kick in. Not that, sorry, I don't know when it'll kick in, but I don't know when he'll come back versus when it does kick in, which is a little bit of a concern for me, because I don't want him to come back until it's back. I did ping that he was missing. Somehow they just missed me. That's crazy. Nature's Prophet ulted. It's your birthday? Well, happy birthday, Lonely Camel. Why am I seeing, like, buffering lines on my... I don't even know. Getting these weird lines on my Twitch. I pinged you in my head, man. Feels birthday, man. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know what it means. Like, is it me? Is it you guys? Yeah, the other lane's gonna be so mad that I pinged you missing and you showed up. Oh, okay. That's not cool. Because now I can't use our beloved emotes. I am glad that it's not something wrong with my Twitch, though. I'm glad it's just Twitch is doing it on purpose. Makes me feel better. Oh, no. I did significant damage to Storm, but he just had too much mana coming in the first place. Yeah, I personally don't know much about it. I'm not really paying attention to it myself. Not that it's not important, but I'm very busy. You know, doing this, doing other things, so I try not to focus too much. It's a huge complication, but I'm glad all three of you are here. This is great. What a good day. There's your Manor Slark. Get some of my mana back. I love having level 4 Death Pulse because that passive mana and health regen is huge. Although I only get it if I'm actually good at last hitting, which obviously I'm not. Trying to heal you, jerk. If he died, that would have been 100% his fault. This guy, this Slark. Looks like they're all ganking in the jungle now. A problem, but we just have to push to respond to it. Ben's is still level 5, so she can't do as much as she'd like to. I'm not sure. I think that the health isn't really what I need to have here. I think the damage is probably better. I'll go with the damage. It helps punish Bloodseeker. Whenever he blood rages himself, he's going to be in a bad position. Alright. I need my Guardian Greaves almost immediately if possible. I came down, I didn't get a kill, but I helped a lot. Got some easy experience, I always love that. Rotate, get experience, win games. I guess that makes sense. But it's only a potential, right? Like, no one has showed any interest so far in doing anything, right? Man doesn't even want to... Oh. I'm dead. Lycan has not helped as much as I have seen. I'm very upset. That should not have happened that way. Lycan has, he has 5 assists, I guess. That's cool. He went for a Midas, which I think is super greedy, and I don't understand. He's going for Mask of Madness next, too. Well, sounds like a huge complication that I personally just don't even want to deal with. Hopefully the activists amongst you can fix the problem. So I can keep doing my thing. That's all I care about. Give me my emojis back. I know that's Twitch, but still. Alright, if Storm doesn't have enough mana to really run, then he's dead. I just wasn't fast enough to get Storm, which shocks me because I'm so fast. I have 355 move speed and he's just walking. Very upset, but that's okay. Its Prophet also went Midas and is going for Necro 3 for Nyx. This is unfortunate for Nyx. Viper's really tanky, which is really sad for me. Now I'm falling behind as far as farm's concerned, and even though I'm an off-lane carry, it still matters. I personally feel like Bloodseeker was held down decently, considering the 2 deaths in lane. The best I could expect with a solo off-lane Necro. But I feel like everybody else is still doing well. Like now, obviously, Bloodseeker's going around getting kills, and Storm is 9 and 4. What happened there? You know what I mean? Obviously, the mid Nyx did not work. If it did, Storm would not be doing that well. I'm not trying to crap on the mid Nyx, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really necessarily like mid Nyx, but it's more just about the fact that, like, it didn't go well, and it's kind of irritating to have somebody on their team relatively fed. I mean, Storm is level 11. That's the only good news about the whole thing, is that somehow he's doing well, but isn't a high level. I'm actually almost amongst the highest level. Alright, level 2 ults. Much stronger. Yeah. Alright, that's my cue to get out. Venge was coming, that was scary. I am a hungry Necro. I want those kills, man. That's kills win games. Soul of the Firstborn. Yeah, that's where our society's definitely at right now. Do that so I can't get right-clicked while I leave. Just a free escape, basically. Oh, I gotta get the Snicks in this. Actually, I have to get them both in this. I'll take the hit for Nyx. So he doesn't have to kill him. That's kind of the point, you know? He's supposed to be a more important slot than me. I don't know what he's saying, but I don't really care either. Oh, I forgot. The rune's coming up. Good news for me. Alright, now a Blink Dagger might be the right option, just to get into position for some of those kills. And here's all my money. And now that I have Guardian Greaves, I have a, you know, a very important item for our team fights. Now, since I wasn't there for the fight already, and it already seems to be kind of ending, I'm gonna go push top real quick if I can. And hopefully that can stop, not stop, but make this worth it. We need something here. We have to take some tower. This is the rule now. Something has to give. I'm gonna do stats because I already have good move speed. I'll be silenced, but like I said before, it's fine. Which one's real?
I killed him already. Why'd you halt?
That's embarrassing. Ha! But that's okay. I don't want to steal these things from these guys, so I'll wait to heal them until after the big stuff's gone. I'm not trying to steal these last hits, so I'm going to avoid it at all costs. Because that's just a jerk move, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need them, obviously. There we go, friends. Good thing my ult's a low cooldown, but still. Very embarrassing to ult something that's not supposed to be ulted, but at least it looked like Storm Spirit. It'd be super embarrassing if it was a creep. Ugh. I've done that before, actually, but not today, friends. Not today. I need to get this Blink Dagger ASAP, because if I don't, then I'll never be able to kill them on the retreat. There you go, friends. I have helped. Nature's Prophet's pushing top, so I'm going to have to rotate there pretty quickly right after I take these. I say after because there's no way I'm giving up Ancients for that. Alright, now with that, the next best thing might be to actually buy a Blade Mail. Well, actually Dagon's not bad here. I don't know about Dagon 5, but I'm just queuing it up just because it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to accidentally buy too many Dagon recipes. The reason I'm thinking about getting a Dagon is because, you've been a big fan of Blink Dagger. Blink Dagger is awesome. You'll do better with Blink Daggers, trust me, they're great. I don't have enough mana to cast both spells. Far too much commitment. I don't know about that. I mean, it's a lot of money, but you've got a lot of stuff done with Blink Daggers. I mean, Nyx is dead, no matter what I do. Might as well. It doesn't even matter at this point. It's just damage. I'm already dead. I don't know about that. I just feel like Lycan's not really in the fights as much as he should be. And it kind of bothers me because we need Lycan. And we need chasing. That's what Lycan's good at. Dead. Lycan walks into Bloodseeker Silence. That was smart. I mean, their Storm is going crazy, and Viper is going crazy secondly. Oh, that's not true. Bloodseeker's going crazy secondly. Come on. Help. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, the reason I went there in the first place was to ult, and I forgot that I had like a 15-second overlay. Also, I forgot Nature's Prophet was gonna sprout me. That just didn't occur to me. Poor plays, though. I don't know, guys. I mean, I usually find a lot of success with Blink Daggers depending on the hero. It's more about the instantaneous nature of it. You need to cross distance quickly in fights. So if you're Necro, for example, you need to be able to get an ult off on somebody as soon as the time is right. Bloodseeker's low, you need to ult. You have Blink ult. No time. If you're a hero that has a big AoE stun, you need to get it as soon as the time is right. That's what Blink Daggers are for. Not really for escaping, which is why sometimes getting a Force Staff is better. Which is fine. And they're not really just ganking items. Like, don't consider it ganking item. They're also fighting items. What's killing us is that I'm like, I'm not better farm than Lycan, but like I'm getting up to that farm and it's a problem. I don't like Shadowblade on Necrophos when you have fast heroes because you just won't catch up. You can't. And that's the goal, is you need to be able to keep up with them. I mean, you'll outrun maybe Nature's Prophet, but Storm you need to catch as soon as he stops zipping. You can't walk over to him. And we already have a Nyx, so buying a Shadowblade in this particular game, hugely detrimental to, you know, the game. Try and catch him, and the cast time is killing me. Trying to heal my buddies now. I can't believe I got that. Are you kidding me? I had to go back anyway. Friend's in danger. Get some stats up in here. Force Staff's okay, but I definitely wouldn't support it in this particular game. In different games, yeah, maybe. If they had like a Veno in addition on their team and like maybe a Axe, then yes. I can survive a Storm Initiation, that's good. I dare this Bloodseeker to come into Fountain. He won't, but I would love to see that. Honestly, before I even look at the stats, Lycan and Nyx. Slark didn't get a lot of farm either, but Slark was trying. It's like Slark was there trying to make plays. They just didn't happen. Let's look at the actual score and see the truth of that. Oops. So, net worth. I was second in the whole game, and I did not farm that well in lane. I only farmed afterward. We need another Dota followers match. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes. Dota followers matches are great. We just have to plan them out. Right now, I'm in a really rough week, so it's definitely not this week. Things are hectic for me. But it's in the future, absolutely. So, the net is just sad to me. Lycan was farming for a good portion of the game. Like, a good portion of the game. And he is broke. Like, he only has, you know, about 2,000 gold net worth over me. That's sad. Comparatively, they all have more net worth than Lycan, except Venge. There's something wrong with that. And Nyx, who was our mid, if I remember correctly, he was, right? I'm not crazy. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But if Nyx was mid, he is the lowest level on the team and has the second lowest net worth. This is also bad. He went Blink Dagger first. That's not a Nyx item. You do not buy Blink Dagger first. You buy anything else. Blink Dagger first is dumb. What are you accomplishing? You're just going into position for your stun. That's it. That's the only thing you get out of it is a stun. And your stun's not even like the best stun. It's just a decent stun. This is just not great. That was a mistake. Damage, I did the most in the game by a good chunk, followed by Nyx, who at least was trying. Lycan did the least. So Lycan didn't do anything. Lycan was useless. He didn't have almost any money, and for considering what he was supposed to do when he has no damage. This Lycan lost us the game, just flat out. Bad pick. He was jungle, mind you, so like he wasn't a safe laner like Slark was, so I guess you would expect more out of Slark than Lycan, but Slark did 5,000 more damage than him. And Slark, despite not having the room to farm, because he actually had to be in lane, didn't even die. He died more, but he got significantly more kills. Slark had 9 kills. I mean, I'd like to note that. So Slark, he did relatively fine. He could have done better. I mean, he obviously only had a Shadow Blade and a Echo Saber by the end of the game, which is really sad. But, like, Lycan didn't even use his items, so he went a Midas, which was greedy. And then he buys a Mask of Madness, which makes him weaker against Viper, weaker against Bloodseeker, Venge, Nature's Prophet, all that, if he goes right-click, which he did. So he screwed himself. And he buys a Deso, which is fine for pushing, but then he didn't really push. I was the only one who really pushed. I got a tower. That was it. That's the only tower in the whole game we got. Like, building damage. Me and Slark are the ones who even touched buildings. Nobody, literally 0 damage for 3 heroes for buildings. I can't believe that. So we were always losing, pretty much. I had really low net worth to start, because I was having a rough lane, but I caught up towards middle of the pack-ish. Middle-ish. Not good, though. Tusk was near the bottom, because he's not even a good support. Tusk should not be a safe lane support. That was a huge mistake. We needed somebody with stuns. I know Snowball's a stun, but it's not like a real stun compared to other stuns. Slark started off really strong, and then kind of got screwed when they started fighting a lot. I don't even blame him for that. He was middle until the end when he got screwed for buying back. I don't know why I just clicked that. That was a mistake. Lycan, very middle for almost all the game. Didn't use it for anything. Useless. Nyx was doing very middle and then lost all of his traction at like 13 minutes, and he screwed us too for not being able to do anything. Item-wise, so I actually had my mana boots at an okay time. Got my mech at a reasonable time. 14-minute mech. That's not bad. You know, it's not good, but it's not bad. That's alright. Comparatively on my team, we had a Midas on Lycan. It's a good timed Midas, but it's very risky. And Slark was about to get a Shadow Blades. That's all we had. That's the problem, because they had a Necro around the same time, a Dragon Lance, which is scary, honestly. Storm had a Soul Ring, which is almost all he needs for like his early game fighting. And he actually bought a Wand, which I didn't expect, but that strengthens him too. Venge had a Wand, which is big. And we had a Yasha with the Phase Boots, makes Bloodseeker a huge threat early. We just gave them too much room to work with early, because Lycan went for his long-term jungle Midas build, which is not a thing anymore. And I can't really go into too many details about the specifics because it's all really just muddled together. But I just lost 26 MMR because Lycan is bad. He didn't read the game and he didn't help anybody. He was useless. I mean, like, legitimately useless. He didn't do anything. I was trying to fight the whole game. Now, I died a lot. But it's mostly because before my Blink Dagger, I was kind of stuck going relatively slow, which is funny because I should have had decent move speed with the Windlace. But I was stuck going kind of relatively slow. Well, my team was more, you know, going in and dying instantly, so I'm just left there ready to die. Or I go for a kill in his rotations, which wasn't too much, but there was a couple of those too. They're just bad fights. I would want to ult somebody, and my team was unable to chase because Lycan wasn't in the fights. Nyx went Blink, which should help him chase, but it obviously didn't. He did nothing. Tusk is Tusk, and that's all he has. He's supporting him for us. He did a good job supporting, though. He bought a lot of wards, so I can appreciate that. A lot of sentries. So Tusk is just trying his best just to support. He can't do anything else. Lycan's not fighting. Nyx only has a blink, so he can't do anything else besides blink in and stun. I had Guardian Greaves, which is great. And Slark had okay stuff. He had Shadow Blade, so he could initiate, sure. But Slark's actually kind of weak here, because Nature's Prophet trees himself and pushes Slark away. Storm, Zips. I guess he's okay against Viper. It's not great, because he gets his attack speed slowed, but he hurts him. He's okay against Venge. He's bad against Bloodseeker. It's actually a pretty hard counter, because you have to build Invis on Slark. It's just kind of a thing now. And Bloodseeker can see you as long as your health's low enough, so Slark can't regen if his health's below a certain point, unless he ults. Also, Bloodseeker ruptures Slark, so he can't run. Slark was kind of a bad pick here, to be honest with you. Bad pick. Necro is okay, not great. You do suffer against Viper's magic resistance, and Storm usually not being able to be caught. I wouldn't say it's a bad pick, but it's just not ideal. I'm tired of seeing Bloodseeker too, by the way. That's what I'll ban. I'm also tired of seeing incompetent carries. That irritates me too. But that match was just full of bad picks, in my opinion. Tusk was a support. That's not what we needed. Snowball's really weak against Storm and Nature's Prophet for a similar reason. They get time to run. Bloodseeker too. Venge can swap people away from the Snowball, so it can just kind of go into nowhere. Lycan is bad against Nature's Prophet because he tries to push and Nature's Prophet will always interrupt him, as will Storm Spirit. And Bloodseeker is great against Lycan too because running really fast does not help you when you're ruptured. Nyx is good against Storm, actually. It's a really good matchup. Nyx is decent against Nature's Prophet. He's actually okay against Blood, except the Invis thing. It's only one small factor, but he's actually decent. Nyx is a decent pick, and I'm a decent pick. Other three were pretty bad, considering where things were at. So we have a Spirit Breaker for rotations. Okay? He better not be my support. I'll tell you that right now. He's not a support. How do I stop a Lycan, I wonder? And there's had a Lycan, so I could just pick accordingly to that. I don't have any of the same people, right? No. Okay, cool. Let's see. Not sure what to pick here, so I'm hoping they can pick something that gives me more information, making my pick easier. Anything with a stun? Tanky hero is a plus. You got me. You got me. I'm not picking. I literally am now just gonna... Okay, good. I don't think... What's the silly question, my friend? I liked your pun. I respect it. It's not a pun I would normally expect, by the way. I need something... something better than this. I'm not sure what I want, though. Preferably somebody who can lock down Lycan for a long time, but I'm not going to carry Tree. Carry Tree, get out of here. Alright, somebody... So I don't think Chaos Knight's the pick here just because Chaos Knight illusions hurt if he creates them. And I'm not a fan of AoE damage as Chaos Knight. I could Legion safe lane. It's actually not a bad idea. Strong against Crystal Maiden, strong against Lycan. Okay against Darkseers because I can destroy illusions. No, I'm not doing Tree. What are you guys talking about? Oh my god, they picked a Puck? Better be a good Puck or I'll be super mad. I think Legion could be a good carry here. I think Luna could also be alright. Just because these two can't stand anywhere near me. I don't know. I'm a little torn. That's true. Trees don't move very much. PL. I'm not going to answer because it's going to take too long to type out a full answer that's understood. I still support the Luna here. Luna's ranged. Drow is kind of bad. Well, how bad is bad? Bad if you don't have a team who's ranged. So, never mind. Terrorblade's not bad. I could do Terrorblade. I actually have a strong feeling about Terrorblade. Terrorblade's good here because Terrorblade is going to, I don't know if this counts, but I don't really care. Terrorblade's really good at fighting Lycan because I'm just going to ult him if he starts trying to fight me back. As soon as I take damage, just, okay, now I kill you. I slow Shadow Fiend, which really hurts Shadow Fiend. And if he tries to nuke me down with ult, as long as I have a little sliver of health left, I just ult him back, and he's ruined. Lion has a problem with being slowed and his Blink Dagger cancelled if he buys one with the illusions. They both can't stand Moonglaives. They both can't stand ult. I can cancel Shadow Fiend's ult by using my Lucent Beam. Mini stun. It doesn't get rid of it. It's not on cooldown, but it cancels it for a moment, which is good enough. Darkseer, not great against him, but it's not bad. Making illusions to me is scary, but that's okay. I'm not gonna do that. I actually have some faith in this match. This seems like an okay team comp. Plus, I don't really mind putting some tokens down right now because we're probably only going to have 1 or 2 games left. And what are the chances that they're better than this? I mean, who knows? Never take an ability as Terrorblade because you do not know. If they try to charge you for your rune, Reflection is usually the right option. If you're in lane and you get pushed back and you don't know what's going to be ahead of you, like if I just had to fight like a Lion Crystal Maiden lane, which would be rough, or like a Shadow Fiend Lion, probably going to want Conjure Image to try to take last hits. Metamorphosis, if, you know, one hero just dived out here for some reason and slow is not as important, but I need to kill them, that's probably right. So that's not one of the heroes you take your ability instantly. You don't know. Like Earthshaker, you probably always want Fissure, unless you're going to try to last hit or something. Spirit Breaker, you need charge. That's just what it is. This hero, depends. Looks like it's Darkseer, which makes sense. It's probably a solo Darkseer. If that's the case, I don't need to really worry about much at all. I have good base regen at 2.6. So I'll just kind of take it. I really don't care. And I talked about Lucent Beam when I was going to be Luna, but now that I'm Terrorblade instead, because I kind of got confused for a little while, I'm just going to hit people. The ult thing still stands, what I was talking about before, but I can just ult Shadow Fiend or Lycan, whatever. But everything else, I just kind of attack. Like, Shadow Fiend can sit there and channel his ult all day if he wants. He'll die in like 8 seconds. Probably like 5 seconds. 5 seconds if I have everything up, so it doesn't matter. Like, I'll just take it. Not a good block, but it did damage. Oh, no. I make mistakes, too. I was still kind of convinced I was playing Luna because I was so set on it that I just kind of like was like, yeah, I'm going to play Luna. But I'm not. As you might see, this is Terrorblade right here. Right there. So, I will have to adapt to not playing the hero I thought I was playing for a little bit. That's my kill, and I love it. What a good start. That's how you punish a Darkseer off lane, by the way. You're just ruthless with him. And now that I have that money, got my boots, I'm just safe now. Like, I move at 360. I don't really care about what they have to say to me. And I'll even deny this Darkseer because I'm an extra jerk right now. I'll just take a ton of damage, but it's okay. Ah. Alrighty. I'm feeling this game. We got some capabilities here to make some good plays. Yeah, funny enough, they are not the same hero. You know, I made that mistake when I started playing Dota, but wouldn't you know it? This Spirit Breaker wants Darkseer so bad. Bye to yourself. He still got a good amount of healing off of it, but it wasn't full, so I'll take it. Alright, I'm definitely feeling good about this now. Level 2 Metamorphosis. I love denying the Darkseer. I can't always get it done, but when I do, it's just a beautiful thing. It's fast. What gives? Oh my gosh. I am so bad at last hitting right now. I can deny like crazy, but last hit's ridiculous. His base damage is actually really high, Darkseer. No! Fools! That's okay. I'll accept it. I'll spend a little mana just to, you know, hurt the Darkseer. It's worth it to me. Deny the range to keep me in line with his experience. So close. I just can't kill them in the one hit after. That was worth it, I think. I need to get him off my tail for a little while. Just to stop this from pushing for the millionth time. There we go. Now hopefully I can find a good lane balance. Worth it to me. My reflections will do more and more damage. And since Darkseer will do more and more damage as he levels up, it's just a win-win. Let me think to myself. I definitely think that I'm gonna get a Dragonlance for when I'm metamorphosized, whatever. Using metamorphoses. And then Manta, just because Manta's a really good item. Manta's awesome for so many different reasons. Throw off like so many debuffs. You could be invulnerable during the any one hit if you do it exactly at the right time. Help! There's a creep chasing me tower. Get it! There we go. I'm so dead. Back to base. Where it's safe. Oh man, he's tough. One problem is Terrorblade strong against physical. You know, I have right now, without being under a tower, I have 15 armor. He is not physical. Complicating the whole process. But I'll be alright. As soon as I have level 6, I don't even care. It won't matter. I might have overestimated how much health I'll get for the fountain. Oh no, I was pretty close. 20 off, no big deal. Alright, creep wave or 2, and I'll have my ult. And then I have my treads. I do a lot of damage. He's just so much damage with the Iron Shell. It's kind of ridiculous. He knows what I'm going to do. Unfortunately, since he knew what I was going to do, he just left.
Good job, boys.
Uh-oh. I got him first. It was worth it. That's worth it to me. Got Shadow Fiend first. I got it right around the same amount of gold, but I got experience for it. He did not. Double no talisman build. How aggressive. Oh, I see. He's building up. I understand. I need to get farm, like, now. Kind of falling behind a little bit. If only Spirit Breaker was a little bit of a higher level, it wouldn't have been even remotely a problem to kill Shadow Fiend. He would have died earlier. He's a higher level than me, and it kind of bothers me. I'll just jungle. I have all the armor in the world. These creeps don't really hurt very much. They still do hurt, though. Somehow. As soon as I start taking real damage, I'll just start creating illusions to fight instead. That's generally the strategy that you employ as a Terrorblade. Can't let this tower fall. Putting pressure on the mid tower is my next job. See Shadow Fiend bot. He must have TP'd. If that's the case, then I am set up for success. I see 2 bottom. I see a 3rd one. I want to wait until my courier gets to me, because then my illusions will benefit from a percentage of that agility, and I want that. Unfortunately, I'm only going to have the 2 for almost the entirety of this tower taking, but it's plenty. Idiot. I don't know what he was thinking. But I'm thinking no shrine because life hates me. That was just silly. He forgot I had an ult, I guess. Or thought he could, like, you know, trick me or something. Either way, it wasn't very bright. I got a tower and a kill on Darkseer, which just helped my farm spring back to life. I have 20 armor, but it still hurts to get hit by these things. Like, a lot. I don't have a shield, I guess, a poor man's shield, so I suppose I understand because of that as well. Just so he knows, I couldn't use Sunder. Otherwise, I just walk over with that low of health and ruin somebody. There is a percentage, though. Minimum HP swap 25%, so... There we go, 6 more agility. Have all the armor in the world. Armor and attack speed and damage, all that good stuff. That's a dead Lycan. That's painful for them, I'm sure. They've lost 2 tier 1s, so have we, but I think we have the scarier late game. And potentially the scarier mid game, depending how you look at it. They're just letting me hit it. That's a mistake. We do a lot of damage. I mean, it's nothing to bat an eye at, you know what I mean? This is why I like Terrorblade. You just do ungodly damage all the time. Because why not? Yep, that's probably over right now. That's something that really cripples you, having your Shadow Fiend, who's like the most important farmer on your team, just die. I'll just have him poke at my little illusion poke at the tower. Even a little bit of damage is better than nothing. Even if it's only 31. It's 31 damage that wouldn't have been there otherwise. Always creeps me out when you guys go silent, because sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe my stream crashed or something. You know what I mean? I was talking to myself. But then I remember, I talk to myself anyway. No biggie. That's how I stay so cool, calm, and collected. You just gotta work yourself through stuff. That's the way to success. People will call you crazy for it, but I'm killing you, why? You guys are just creeps, though. I think at this point that Conjure Image is more important, so I can push better. You're working on character sheets? For what, may I ask? It's super relevant that I know the answer. I don't make that many puns. I'm not usually as pun savvy as I'd like. I wish I was pun savvy. Alright, there's my Yasha. Ah, I would love it. Beautiful. So now pushing top will be a good option, in my opinion. With Lion dead, I don't feel threatened very much, so let's just go. Oh my. Talks about draconic sorcerers and mages. We know we've hit a sweet spot now. I'm not going to waste ult on this. It is literally a waste. Tower doesn't have backdoor. I don't need to take it that fast anyway. They're probably going to fortify. So, what's the point? Now. There's the fort. Oh, it's for fanfic-esque things. Okay, I was curious. Because I am a D&D goer myself. So I was curious if it was D&D related, because I'd say, oh yeah, I know much about that. Let me assist you. Oh, there goes my metamorphosis, so that changes the fight significantly. If only we could have, done something before then. Yeah, illusions still help. Let's do it. That's the tower down. We're just steamrolling them now. I won't take high ground without metamorphosis. It's just ridiculous. You're risking your life. Well, that was quick. And I'm still good. I still have this. That was pretty easy, actually. That was just a stomp. I was getting low near the end there, but I'm not even worried about it because, you know, ult. You have Shadow Blade? I guess I should be worried about it then. Kind of. Hoping Crystal Maiden shows her... Oh, yes. Poor Crystal Maiden. And there's the last tier 2 tower, weakening their position significantly. And I'll give myself some damage. Because why not? Because I feel like it. That's why. Dragon Age fans. I meet a lot of those in my regular day life. Playing Dungeons and Dragons is a big commitment. Gotta learn the system, choose which edition, because everybody disagrees which is best. I'm a 3.5 person. Some people are 4. Some people are 5. Some people go back to 2 or 1, which is nonsense in my opinion. I know you won't understand, but THACO is ridiculous and nonsensical. That's how I feel. To anybody who disagrees, you're wrong. I respect your opinion, but you're wrong. Baldur's Gate's fun, don't get me wrong, but THACO, no thank you. Oh, I do. Oh no, it's just the illusion, that's what happened. I didn't realize that at first. All worth, I'm not worried about it. No matter what happens, it was worth it. It's hard to get people into something that you care about if they're not, like, instantly about it. It's hard to get to convince them. As far as D&D goes, I haven't played 4 or 5 because I skimmed some of the rules and I know people who played it, and they basically said that it was overly... It's either, in certain areas, it's overly simplified, in other areas, it's overly complicated, and they just changed things that didn't need to be changed, so I just felt like if you want to take a concept from it, that's fine, but there's no reason to switch your entire system over it. Unnecessary. That's how I feel. I have to walk, unfortunately, to this coming fight. And I won't be there in time, so I guess I'll just casually push mid. It's not even that bad with memory once you understand the basics behind it, because it's not important what you remember. It's not about remembering what a fighter's attack bonus is and how it increases per level. Like, oh, what will it be, and checking the table and stuff. There's always a table, so you don't have to remember it if you don't want to. But most importantly, realistically speaking, the best way to play D&D 3.5 anyway is to learn why things are the way they are. Because there's always a number behind it that, if you know, the whole thing is way easier. Like, it's all a little bit complicated, but like, there's usually categories of things in D&D that, once you know like what category something fits into, it'll explain why the stats move in a certain direction. Because they only have like so many variants, if you will. By and I guess.
Oh.
That was worth it yet again. I got multiple kills and I got some racks for my team, so easy. Yeah, I don't know about broken. I mean, obviously, the way I like to play is I like to use 3.5 as a springboard and change whatever I see fit. Because I find it to be such a base system with so much that you can do with it that it's very easy to just say, look, this is my basic, my roots. I'm going to go in whatever direction I want with that as the something in mind. Because it's built, I'm not going to say it's perfect like some people will, but it's built in such a way that it allows you to do anything you want to do, which in some way is considered ideal. You can easily innovate off of it, which is why there's hundreds of books of people who made their own systems based off or to go with 3.5. Now, they're unofficial generally, but still. Well, yeah, all D&D is supposed to do is create an adventure that you can, enjoy with other people that has just enough guidelines that you feel like there's a challenge, but few enough guidelines that you feel like you have free choice. And, you have to read your party. And as much as we're super distracted from Dota, I can just say for everybody who's wicked, focused on the Dota, this game is over. We have Arax. I'm about to take this shrine up here because that's what I'm going to go do. This particular game is pretty much set. But with D&D, I mean, the rules aren't even important. Like, I've done systems based in, you know, completely different settings. Like, I can use the rules of 3.5, and I can do a zombie campaign. I can do a space campaign. I can do, you know, a caveman campaign, I guess. I've never have, but I could. It's not about the rules themselves. It's how they create a balanced system that helps you know what you can and can't do, and how you can use your head to accomplish challenges or overcome challenges. You must be talking about some crazy stuff, because that, in 3.5 terms, that's gibberish. Two-hander with constitution growth? Oh. Constitution obviously exists, but in a different facet. That's what I like about 3.5, too. It's not that complicated. Like, honestly, anybody can learn it if they really wanted to. You just have to take the time. Terrorblade comes and he takes your base. Oh, wow, it pierces BKB. Who knew? I did. Obviously, Shadow Fiend didn't, because he wouldn't have walked up to me otherwise. He did destroy all my illusions, though, which I guess was a win in some way. Now I have to rebuild them. Now I'm just doing this, and it's fun. I like doing just hitting towers with no concern for anything else. Because Terrorblade. No thanks. Oh, yeah, I mean, everything's different. Even in D&D, just by itself. I mean, some people suggest that you do different forms of allocating stats. So some people argue that it's better to have free choice. You have like a point buy system where you put points into whatever you want. You just have a limited total amount. Some people argue that your characters should be generated for you. The DM decides what characters should and shouldn't have, and you don't have any say over it. And then anything in between. Which is ridiculous if you think about it. Personally, I like more free reign, but I've made characters before. I played a campaign once where I was a player where the DM made everybody made like, he made 20 characters or so in a horror campaign, and you could play as whoever you wanted. Basically, you would choose like some amount out of that whole pool, and you would switch between them, and if some died, then you would get a new one in your pool that you could play as. There's all kinds of complicated stuff you can do. See, I'm not just a Dota nerd. I know a lot about games in general. I play video games, I play board games, depending. Sorry, it's a tabletop game, but whatever. There we go. Oh, ouch. The pain. Command off. Ha! What a jerk. There's my beautiful Scotty that I've been waiting for. How beautiful. Seeing people get all angry, and it's not my team. That's just what it is. What a bunch of nerds. Oh, I didn't GG, did I? Not having the chance anymore. Oh well. I did get my 1,000 wager though. Yes, give me those tokens. No, it's for real. I don't want Darkseer to, because you know, if people are really angry at you, what ends up happening is you're going to end up going down this road of a downward spiral where you actually do end up blaming yourself because, you know, that's what you're going to think. You're eventually going to start believing what people say. I guess I never used my cosmetics for him. You're going to believe what people say because that's just kind of second nature. Like, eventually it's going to get to you, and I don't want that to happen to that particular guy because it's not his fault. It really is his team's fault. So I want to make it clear from somebody who was not in their party, which of course matters for perspective's sake, to say like, no, this is why. I don't care if they fight about it. Like, I don't want to do that, but I would rather them just know that from somebody else's unbiased standpoint, the rest of the team messed up, not Darkseer. So, at least mostly. So money-wise, I was a good chunk ahead, but Puck was definitely catching up, and as was Axe. Axe had crazy money for his particular position, which very much pleased me. Shadow Fiend actually started farming at the end, and I suppose he was actually getting rather high. He just left. Not worth it, but he was trying to get to a point where he could kill me and potentially kill the rest of the team, but it probably wasn't going to happen, not alone. Most of our damage was actually done by Axe and Puck. They just did huge team fights. I never got online enough to do damage to the team, but to be fair, I also had 16,000 damage to buildings, so that's worth it. I literally would march down a lane, and if they fight my team, that's okay. I take all the towers. I take whatever I want, which is worth it, because even if we lose the team fight, which we didn't, but even if we did, if they lose their racks for it, that's fine. As long as they can't come back and push into us, into our racks, which they can't, because we had all of our tier 2s. So they can't do anything. And Fortify was up. So that's worth it. I mean, a little disappointed, obviously. I would like to have done more, but all the damage I did do was basically instant death to somebody. You know, like 4,000 that person, 4,000 that person, 4,000 to that person. Which is good. Good luck to you, man. I'm sure I'll hear about it if you screw up your game. Don't worry. Our friends will tell me. But I'm sure that won't happen. So basically, we were winning the entire game. We never were behind. I mean, they didn't stand a chance because basically what ended up happening is they made a bad pick of their lanes. They left the Terra Blade, who's one of the scariest carries to farm, with two other people in his lane, and they just sent a Darkseer to kind of poke me. And granted, Darkseer did hurt me a couple times, but I was still able to get most of the farm that I wanted, and I didn't die. You know, did I die at all, actually? I did die sometimes, but I didn't really die in lanes, so I was allowed to get most of what I wanted, and that was a huge problem. So see, I was already up there, and I had a little downtime here where I was having problems getting farm, but I caught back up. I just went to the jungle, got some farm, got some towers, and I was right back up there, which was a huge factor. So as far as items are concerned, I need that to close. As far as items are concerned, one of the reasons that they were struggling, I'm sure, could be seen here. Lycan didn't get anything that was going to help his team until 22 minutes. That's really, really dumb. He had nothing there. He couldn't buy anything. That's a killer. That'll sink you so fast. Darkseer built fine. He built what the team needed. He needed a mech. He built it progressively the whole time. He got a hood into a pipe to stop the Earthshaker and Puck bombs. Understandable. He was doing exactly what he needed to do. Shadow Fiend. He was building reasonably. That's fine. Shadow Blade was a little bit slow because he was suffering against the team fights and the pushes. But he was trying to build the right things. And then I guess the BKB is okay. It doesn't stop some of the most important things like my ult and Axe's damage and his call and that. But it's okay. I probably would have gone more damage or something. I would have got this a lot faster. And I might have gone like a Deso or something just to try to do some quick, cheap damage. Maybe even a Maelstrom wouldn't have been bad. I think the BKB is a little too much because, I mean, it's nice not to be stunned or silenced, but he's just not in a position where he can afford to buy BKB because he's not going to do any damage, which was the case. Crystal Maiden was poor. She bought a minus 15 minutes. That was stupid and screwed their team. They were already kind of having a rough-ish time at 15 minutes, and so she just pushed them back further. And then her only item she bought in a reasonable amount of time was a Yule's, I guess that was to stop Axe. That's a good item, but it was way too late. A 30-minute Yules is not the timing they needed. Lion got nothing ever. I'm assuming that they both bought a lot of support items. Yeah, but even with the Midas, Crystal Maiden should have done way better. So she kind of sunk them. She didn't do very well. And conversely, on our team, Spiritbreaker went cheap. You know, buying an Urn, buying Echo Saber. Asam Josh, I don't know how I feel about, but it's still okay. Those are cheap items to make him efficient, but not like a farmer. Axe just went some basic stuff. Blank, Shivas, Blade Mail. Good stuff. Puck went Veil for the magic damage, which doesn't... It synchronizes well with Earthshaker. And then a Blink, of course, a Yules, which is just a good item to survive and to stop Shadow Fiend from channeling, Crystal Maiden from channeling. And he started going Dagon, that's fine. You guys know what I built. And Earthshaker just basically built into his Blink, and then a Force Staff, and then a Shadow Blade. I guess he really was concerned with moving around the map. A little bit heavy there, but realistically, the reason we won is because they just have bad... They had kind of bad matchups, but it got even worse with how they played it. They could have had people roam. Like, they could have had a Crystal Maiden or a Lion roam top. Would have helped a lot, but they just didn't. So Shadow Fiend lost lane to Puck because Puck should win lane. He can just dodge the races if he's good, and he's just going to right-click him because he can. And he can dodge right-clicks back if he wants to. So Puck's going to probably always win lane against Shadow Fiend if he's good. Lycan was jungle, I think. No, Lycan was safe lane. They were a tri-lane, I believe, bottom. So Lycan should have got more farm. He didn't. He didn't have that much money at all. His items were really slow, actually. So he was kind of useless. And Crystal Maiden and Lion were supporting him, but what did they accomplish? I mean, Axe and the occasional... it was Earthshaker, right? I forget who was with me. Earthshaker was mostly with me. So Spiritbreaker occasionally roaming in with Axe apparently was enough to kill some of them in a tri-lane. They just played bad then. Because Lion should just have Hex and just stop him. Or Crystal Maiden should have Frostbite and just stop Spiritbreaker from ever mattering. All they needed was a ward. I don't know if they had it, but they obviously didn't play very well. I know Puck ganked, but like it should not have gone that way because Shadow Fiend could gank too. He has enough damage to matter. He does a lot of damage to Axe, for example. Magic, you know. So they just played the lanes all wrong. They sent a Darkseer solo, which got killed twice, and then gave me a lot of money and experience that I shouldn't have had. Then they just let me walk around wherever I wanted. Like, they responded when I tried to push really hard, but even then, Darkseer fed because he forgot I had an ult. And then in the late game, they didn't even build for me. You know, they built a BKB on Shadow Fiend, which doesn't stop me at all. They built, obviously, the Pipe, which stops my Earthshaker and Puck, but that doesn't stop me at all. The Guardian Greaves do. But that's it. And I guess using me sucks, but are you, you know, when I have a Manta out, are you going to hit the right one? Because I have 3 of me that look the same. And all the other ones that don't really look the same, but they kind of block. They just didn't really build around me at all. So I was allowed to just take towers, and that's why they lost. I mean, that's just what happens when you ignore a hero. They get to do whatever they want, and you suffer the consequences. Now, if I was not a dangerous carry, I wasn't like a great pusher, and my team fight was meh, maybe it would have been okay to ignore me. I was just kind of like a decent carry, like a mid-game carry, but I'm a late-game carry who does a lot of damage to towers and heroes, so they just kind of let me do what I wanted. Fortunately, my team was competent enough to fight without me, which gave me the ability to do all that building damage, so it was a good combo. I push, they fight. I occasionally come into fight when it matters, when they're willing to stop the push, and we kill them. So we took a lot of towers that way, and that was a big mistake on their part too. They just let things go too far. But I'm happy. I think that went well. Again, we're down 1 MMR, but that's okay. Down one MMR. It is 8:34 according to my computer. I feel good about that. It's also really hot in this basement, so I have to cool off. Gotta grab my drink over here. There we go. Yeah. Anecdotally speaking, I had to explain to somebody from my the job I just quit. I had to explain to them the difference between vlogging, and streaming. And I really do need to be free from this basement. Please help me. But they didn't know what blogging was. They didn't know what vlogging was, and they didn't really know what streaming was. So I was like, oh, Jesus, here we go. So I had to explain the whole thing, and they're like, why would people watch those things? And I'm like, you obviously don't get it. Like, it's fine, but it's a thing, you know? Like, people like to see that kind of stuff, you know? I don't know what to tell you. And they just, like, tried to make me explain the whole thing, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, you're asking a lot of questions that I just really don't have a great answer for right now, so... I guess, whatever. What do I do about an OD? What's a good hero to fight OD? Usually int heroes who don't need to attack. Because then I won't take damage from him. And, all I lose is Spell Lamp, which isn't a big deal. Puck's okay, but it's not ideal. Oh, Nyx is actually a really good pick. Nice. We had 2 people who complimented them. See, he's going to feel good about himself. Gonna, you know, reinforce that behavior. Slark's okay against OD because it really hurts him, but I wouldn't be in a position to play a Slark against him in lane. Puck's okay. Pudge is awful because you just get eaten. You get eaten. He can also dodge hooks or protect people from your ult, so that's not good either. Coddle. So I definitely don't want to be a right clicker amongst all. Silence is not terrible. I like the disruptor pick too, it's good. I'm just not sure what I want to do here. I mean, Invoker would be okay, I guess. He'll dodge things like Meteor, but I'll put a lot of pressure on him by doing a lot of damage back. And I don't need to right-click. And Coddle's going to suffer because all I need to do is Tornado him and just throw spells down and he dies. Thing is, I haven't played Invoker for a little while, so I'm a little bit worried. Because, like, I'm not really super well practiced in the last month or so. Yeah, Stunts and Sounds has really hurt him. Omni, no, crap. Omni stops any hero I'm really going to play mid, because I'm going to be a magic damage person of some sort. You don't want to play Storm, because Storm can get mana'd out, because if you have more int than OD, he does mana instead. And that's not something you can afford. I think Invoker might be the pick here. Kind of bad against the magic community of Omni, but it's not terrible. I don't know. I get vlogging if you really care about, you know, the person who's vlogging, but, you know, I just had to explain it because I didn't get any of it. They're like, oh, why would people watch you stream video games? Why wouldn't they just play? And it's like, well, I offer advice, basically. Most people watch me do play, just they're not playing at that moment. And people just don't get it. I was like, never mind. Don't watch me then. Obviously, that person will not be watching me, but, you know. I think I need to Invoker here, and I'm really nervous about it. Because they do have a tanky hero. Silencer is good. I am better at Silencer. I'm pretty good, usually. That's a good statement there, I guess. I think Silencer's the pick. I want to play Invoker for fun, but I think Silencer's the pick. If I can get Jug while he's spinning before he ults, he's ruined. And that's the goal. That's what I need to do. I don't know what to buy here. I'll end up with a Scythe of Ice. I probably won't get enough for the challenge, but it's fine. At least it's within reason. What do I want to build with this? I mean, it's understandable. Some people don't understand, like, why wouldn't you do it? But that's the same thing as why do people watch sports on TV? You could go play sports, but you playing sports isn't the same experience as the people who are playing. So I'm not a pro, but let's just say that I was for the sake of example. You know, I'm an 8K player. watching me play in a rather serious, like intense way is different than watching somebody else. You know? I'm out. I forgot. No, I can't spend it anyway. I feel okay about this.
We have good level 1.
I feel okay about it.
Way better than there. Way, way better than there.
That was really poorly typed.
Just wait on this word.
And if I'm a pro, then obviously you can understand it's different. Just like a pro playing football or something. I mean, you guys understand. I don't think I really need to explain it to you.
Of course. We can go. We can go.
I don't have an ability yet
Our
because I'm not
level
sure what
1
I
is
want.
crazy.
Ha 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 ha.
Did we get it? Limp's down for like a minute. I don't think we can. Go mid, man. Get your farm. You got farming to do. Yeah, that's what I meant. Fuck, I just blocked our can. GG.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a pro, and I'm definitely not getting TI, but you know, it's the same concept. Which is what I always tell people. I'm like, you watch sports, right? Same thing. Because they're actually called esports now. You know what I mean? Like they weren't before, obviously, but they're considered esports. They're on TV. You can watch like Counter-Strike on TV. Per example.
Sorry, I blocked our neutral camp. I can't really pull.
I'm really struggling right now, and I don't know why. I have just as much damage as he does, I think. Yeah. I have 1 more damage than he does. Oh, of course I missed. The one that I got set up for me. I don't think I need a bottle here. It seems like a waste. I just gotta deny. I feel better. I denied a range creep. That's good. I mean, I guess if he wants to. You know, I would love actually. I would love if I could be a caster for something. Now, right now, I'm not popular enough, and I 100% understand that. But in the future, if I were to gain popularity, I would love to cast. You know what I mean? Because it's different playing than casting anyway. Because if I'm not focusing on actually doing things, and I'm not biased, of course, by the potential results, because I'm not part of it, I would just love to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I always get so excited when I watch other people play stuff. When I do. I would just love to be, you know, a caster, be beloved by all the people.
Come smoke behind him.
Probably eat a tentacle at some point, right? I'm actually getting okay farm now that time has passed, but I definitely suffered in that early game. There we go. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, our lane's gonna push without that creep, so I don't really know what you're doing.
OD actually has decent base regen, if I remember correctly. So I'm in decent armor, so I'm a little bit at a disadvantage with the whole harass game, but it's okay. I'm not too worried about it. He took a tower hit.
Yo, we can kill the shit out of this call. He's so dead. have a ward here.
Nice. Finally. The uphill doesn't screw me. I love it. Ugh. Ugh. I hate when that happens. I just like lose my zone and I just miss last hits and stuff. Can't afford to do that if I'm going to be in TI, guys. I need all the last hits.
Easy. I never even thought I was gonna die.
I'm wrecking this bottom lane hard.
Nice, brah.
I don't know why he would damage himself like that, like instantly. I just decided to take it.
Tripping this top lane hard, brah.
Almost 6, which will be nice for my team. They could use my support. Nyx is unfortunate with level
I will
2,
come back top.
so I can't really do much with him mid. OD's a little strong.
Come smoke next.
The only thing you can do that's really productive for me is mana burn him. Ugh. He knows how to play OD, I'll give him that. Denied. Almost have ults.
I still have glimpse, go. I'm in. I'm in. Goof.
He's gonna have that debuff when he comes out.
Beam him. Beam him.
I got it's not really a great answer, but it's okay. Alright.
This is ridiculous. That was a laborious kill.
Laborious.
Can we shrine?
Let's go back to base. Screw this. Here, use the stun.
What is this?
That was his mistake.
Jeez.
He used his stun right away. So what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna leave. I don't want to get stunned. That's ridiculous.
Oh my god. Oh my god. How? He's terrible.
See that from oh, being
Just basically trying to get some semblance of farm in here, even though OD is really
I have
oppressive.
TP for top.
That's all I can really accomplish here successfully. Take that sweet damage. And get out of lane.
We are making the space.
I'm starting to get to a point where I think I'm actually out farming him a little bit.
I want this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
He'll be remembered.
I was too greedy. Too greedy.
I didn't get my cast off, unfortunately.
I have glimpse.
Sorry. My bad.
Oh boy, GG.
It was all bad. My bad.
At least Luna's getting kills.
It's true, it's true. Luna's getting kills. I go back to base.
Can we help those skidlets?
I wanted to ult for that, but it was just like too late.
I'm feeding. Sorry, team. Big feed.
I hit this OD lower.
I have glimpse. Can we kill OD? We go for the LT. We have global. We should be able to kill him.
Just to be able to see him coming, that's all.
Just wait, I'm gonna ward behind Scar. The global was pretty early. Pretty dang early.
It was a little early, but we should have just been able to kill him.
Haste top.
Stun! Stun! Ah,
Take her.
yeah, I got
Take her! One of the main problem is I don't have anything. I don't have a lot of damage. I don't have any items. Also, because I couldn't attack for some reason, even though I was clicking him. Well, he also has a 4-staff, right? No, he doesn't. He does have a wand, though. Not so helpful. Just gonna make sure that I'm getting a little bit of farm here. There we go.
I have TP for bottom.
yeah,
I'm coming bottom. Yo, can you trees him?
he has a clone, yeah. He's been using. But I can't next.
Ah.
Hehehe, my last hits. Mwahaha. I should probably secure this rune, actually. Stop.
Invis top.
Nyx needs to secure that. Nature's Prophet, why? That was so painful. Ugh. Lost some farm to his NP. I'm sure it wasn't on purpose, I hope. But it still sucks. More int is always better, friends.
We have Luna's ult. Maybe we can get a fight mid. Just wait there. I have magic shield.
We'll push top lane.
We have global and Luna's ult. And I'm about to be 6. I'll be 6 after this wave.
We'll see about that.
Oh, I need like one.
Wasn't the worst thing in the world, but it was not good. That was so bad, I don't know how. Like, how did it go that bad? Alright, well now I can attack from farther away and I got some more HP, so I can kind of try to force things.
Salva, you don't have to be with us like this early. Like when we were in that fight mid, maybe next time in a situation like that, push like a T1 or something.
Ow.
You know, whatever. I have ult.
I was glad that I got all those last hits and got a level off of it too. Getting an Arcane Curse higher gives you the increased slow and increased damage and decreased cooldown. I made him spin and I got an attack off on him, so at least I might dissuade him from whatever he wants to do.
Yeah.
Fortress Silence's int gain is really crap. No, it's not that crap, but 2.5 is not what you would hope. So, it'll be a while before I get super strong. The slow helps you kite these creeps, too. The only problem is I don't really want to upgrade my ult because I don't have mana for it. So I probably won't. I don't pierce spell immunity, unfortunately. Gotta run, gotta run.
Dude, what? What? It's like a 2-minute cooldown. You would not have died.
That's fine. I'll accept the greedy.
Okay. No, dude, it was just illogical.
I'm not dying. I have no deaths so far, and I need to save my money. That's just the truth of the matter. It is greedy. I mean, sometimes it's fine to die with your ult. Like if you're a Sand King, die with your ult. Don't use it. But I'm supposed to be our second position in theory.
You first.
In theory, I haven't fulfilled that role yet, but we're getting there. So because of that, I need to save up. It's not even that. It's not. It's 2 minutes. I mean, whatever. It's not that bad. So instead, I'm going to farm, and I'm going to make it worth our time. Wasn't gonna go fight immediately anyway. I don't know what she's doing. I'm a little bit confused as to why she's there. Alright, we got a mid tower out of it. It's not, like, worth by any means, but it's better than nothing. I need Orchid after this so I can stop the nonsense. Oh, look at that. Okay, I need to rotate over here. Not sure what we can do though. The problem is that we're struggling on the basics right now. Like they're just allowed to walk on us to some degree. Strength treads in case I get hit. There's some health, and I have some. I'll have full health once we initiate, or don't, whichever. Problem is, Jug is now farming, and I don't think I can stop him solo. He's too fast. It's yellow, that's Ogre. I don't really want to fight Ogre if I can avoid it. That's a dead Ogre. Disruptor can gladly have the money. He deserves it.
Probably warded. Double damage bottom. You should come take the stack.
There's a stack. Ancients, I assume. Cool beans. We need them to get that money, so I'm happy. I don't know why I said cool beans. What an old person thing to say. I'm not old, I'm young and spry. Alright, Orchid is almost certainly the way to go here. We need to stop everything. Literally everything. Like at this point, there's almost no ability that I don't want to stop.
If you back up, they just wouldn't have hit you.
I mean, I can try to respond to this. It's gonna be hard. Ah, crap. Okay with it. It's unfortunate.
Oh, go.
They're all there. They all responded quickly. They have tier 1 still. It's so sad that I
Yeah,
died.
he has no spin, he has no spin.
Okay, good. Alright, they got Jug. I will gladly die for Jug, although NP died too. And we'll see how this goes. She should just cast. There we go, she did. She did. She ate Coddle, which might not turn into anything, but you have to cast if you're going to die anyway. So we lost 4 for 1. That's not ideal. That's really bad.
Save glyph for high ground. Or not.
Not gonna say it. No matter what, it'll come out wrong, so it's not worth it. I'm not gonna accidentally feed into something that I'm not even meaning to like do.
Yo. Omni by himself mid maybe? Just pops Greaves.
I want to help this MP so bad. Problem is OD is now getting stuff.
Nice.
It is. He's right. We don't have fortifications, so they can try to push both lanes if they really want to. Catch whoever I can in that, just so that I can try to pressure them backwards.
Good job. You should be TPing.
I need health so I can survive. I'm sure that much is clear to you guys. As per usual, I buy this first.
Rewarded.
You know, I basically doubled my, I literally doubled my mana regen just now, so that's much better. Puts me in a better spot.
You need a BKB, Luna. Not a Manta.
Yeah, that's true. BKB. So, global silence. Here's Prophet is about to take a tier 2 probably, depending how they respond. But I like that. He's pretty tanky, so I don't think he really cares much about that. I missed. Ah, Keeper of the Light. Got him. Gave me some int, so I'm happy.
Don't fight, don't fight. No reason. No reason to fight.
Yeah, NP's already pushing. We don't have any reason to go out of our base besides a little bit of, like, poking. Nothing more.
Care. They're all miss. Well, actually, there's 2 mids. Can we kill OD? Probably bait.
Yeah, probably. It's almost certainly bait, actually. A little bit more damage. I just need to get levels right now. I kind of thought that might be the case. I didn't say anything, and I should have, because then you guys would have thought I was the best predictor ever. But I was like, I won't even say it.
Just defend high ground. Like, we just can't lose our shit. We can rat them late game. Like, we'll be able to rat them. We just play smart.
I need level
Okay, Luna has BKB.
18 so I can get extra silence.
We have a glue.
Hoping it's the right one. It is actually.
I got silence on it right away.
No, it's okay, it's okay.
That's so disastrous. I didn't have any mana. I ate through like 200 of my own mana and then Coddle ate through like the rest.
We'll lose a lane, alright. We didn't use global. Hopefully we won't lose this 2-3, but if we do, that's okay. Try not to lose this second lane or X, you guys.
OD was just he got magic immunity. I can't do any damage. Omni is too hard for me to deal with. And NP just died pushing. It wasn't the best pick for Silencer, but I don't think that Invoker would have been significantly better. And now we only have one lane of Rax left. We have no towers to protect it, so we're in a really bad spot here. That was unfortunate. I got global thinking that I would be able to kill the OD because he wouldn't get back up, but
oh, they have wards. Eastern bottom.
I need funny enough, I need level 25 for the 200 attack range because then I can actually hit things, but an Axe would be nice too, but I can never afford it. It's not even worth it at that rate, you know. I can't afford to get it. At least I finally got level 4 glaives. It increases them pretty significantly. I mean, 15% more damage from int is pretty high when my int is over 100. That means I added over 15 pure damage, which is a lot. I can think about Spectre, for example, and hers isn't even guaranteed, in the sense that you have to be alone. Silencers just means don't be magic immune and he hits you. There they are. There they are.
We have global up.
Oh my gosh. I lived. And yet OD is not going to pay for it because he must have had cheese or something. I don't know, but he's not going to pay for it is the point. They actually do a lot of damage. That sucks. Not that it matters, just make it look better. Good thing is I'll have time for one more game, so it's possible it goes well. Oh. This is unfortunate. Well, we got some kills at the end, I guess. Just too little, too late. Unfortunately. Our team didn't have good synchronization either. Like, we didn't ever play together the way we should have, to be honest. That was unfortunate. I had decent money compared to my team. Not enough, though. Luna had a little bit more than me, but she should have had a lot more, considering that my lane was kind of rough. And she's Luna, and she farms, like, monstrously, but she just didn't. I'm actually shocked. She only had about 2,500 more gold than me, and I don't know why. His profit I kind of get. He was busy pushing, which is less farm because he's hitting towers. But he did have a Midas also, so, like, how does he have a Midas and still, again, only a little bit above me? Kind of shocks me how bad people are at farming. Damage-wise, I mean, me and Luna did almost all the damage. I just profited a decent amount too, I guess. Nyx didn't do as much as he should have. I'm a little bit disappointed, to be honest. But he did build kind of, like, conservatively. He didn't build a Dagon, so I get it. That's not so bad. Like, I won't give him too much flack for that. And his profit actually did deal building damage too, so I guess I can't even complain. And the main problem I was having was OD was strong, but mostly it was Jug who started it. They let Jug do what he wanted, essentially. I mean, Jug just got farm all game. OD, on the other hand, also got farm all day. Never mind. I thought he didn't. But I was up there with OD. I mean, we were close. You know, we were always within a couple hundred up until this point when he was like, you know, 300 above me, which is kind of sad. So until 10 minutes, I was within 300 gold of him, which isn't terrible. But then it got ridiculous when he's, you know, like 500, then he's 1,000. He's 1,000 by 20 minutes because he managed to, you know, start killing my friends. And people tried to gank, but the ganks never worked, and I don't really think it was all me. Like, one silence was a little early, but it was just bad. It was just bad synchronicity, to be honest with you. Like, I'm not going to dwell too much on it. How am I still above 3,400? That... Oh, because I... Okay, I know why. Never mind. I forgot I had won the game. That would put me back up where I started, then go down again. It's not the greatest picks. Nature's Prophet's bad against OD because OD can stop the teleport. Ogre can stop the teleport. Keeper, the light can't, so it's not too bad. Nah, it doesn't really matter. Jug is kind of strong against Nature's Prophet, but it's not too bad. Just because Nature's Prophet won't really hurt Jug, and Jug will just kick the crap out of him, but Nature's Prophet can always leave. Luna's good against Jug, but not great. Kind of suffers with Omni because of the physical damage from Omni ult being gone and Omni Magic Community getting rid of ult. And Luna's trying to pick one target out, so Luna's kind of bad against Omni. Luna's bad against OD because he just imprisons her or himself. If it's her, she leaves. If it's himself, then no ult damage. Luna's okay against Ogre. Bad against Keep It Light because of the mischance. So Luna's not really a great pick here. Disruptor's fine. Silencing all of these heroes is detrimental to all of them. So I'm fine with that. Nyx is okay just because he's really strong against OD and Omni. Manaing Omni out and doing a ton of damage to OD and manning him out is huge. It's actually good against Ogre too because Ogre has mana problems. So it's good against all three of these. And stuns are good against Jug and Keeper. So I'm okay with the Nyx pick. That was fine. I have no problems. Disruptor and Nyx were good picks. My pick is questionable. I'm kind of bad against Omni, and I'm alright against Jug, but not great, which is a problem for me. Silences are awesome, but we need to follow them up. That's the problem. We don't have enough stuns, to be honest with you. We only have one and a half stuns. And I think that's one of the ways we suffered, is that they might be silenced, but they're still existing. And we paid for it. I am glad Disruptor bought a lot of the wards, but I don't know. Everything went wrong there. That was just a bad game, you know. It happens. It's not a big deal. I'm just disappointed. I wish we had a different carry in a carry who farmed better. And, like, I hate to say it when I'm not the top net worth. It seem like a hypocrite. But, like, if I was Luna, I would have, you know, how long was the game? I would probably have 15,000. And I know it's only 2,000 gold, but it matters. 2,000 more gold would matter. If I was Nature's Prophet, I would have, like, 3,000 more gold. I would have 15,000 if I was probably either of them. Because Luna's really good at farming, and Nature's Prophet has a Midas. I wouldn't have gone Midas, thus then turning that around. But if I built the Midas build, then yeah. He was greedy, and he kind of screwed us early. He went 0, 8, and 7. And his damage was actually decent somehow. I don't know. Like, it just... I guess I'll look at the items real quick, just while the next game is loading. His Midas was at 12 minutes, which is kind of late. And then he went Shadowblade next. Like, what is he trying to accomplish with Shadowblade? Is he going to split push? Because if he's going to split push, then why then build an Orchid? You don't go both ways. You do one or the other. That's an Nature's Prophet plays. You do one or the other. Luna went Dragonlance, which is fine. You need it. Yasha's fine. I mean, her build's fine. It just was slow, really slow. Like, for example, my farm was poor, and I'm not a great farmer, and I had my Dragonlance 3 minutes before her. Now I'd have to buy a Ring of Aquila, but still. Disruptor did fine. That's what he needed to buy. I don't know about the Glimmer Cape, but it's not a bad thing. Nyx, I don't really know why he went so conservative. It's not bad, but I'm just a little bit skeptical as to why he bought the Force Staff. It's not a bad idea, but it's not great. I mean, my items were a little bit slow as time went on. Like, this should have been 5 minutes before, in my opinion. This should have been like two or so minutes before. I should have finished Orchid by like 30-something minutes, ideally. I mean, I don't know. Everything went wrong. We just had really bad farming. And our lane started out great for a few minutes, it looked like, but then Jug got farm, OD got a decent amount of farm, and we couldn't keep up. I'm just surprised, because like you look at the graphs for player net worth in like Luna, started off fine for the first like 8 minutes, and then she kind of like, meh. Like, what happened to her? Was she getting ganked? I really don't know. She only had 5 deaths, which isn't that many. I don't know what happened to cause her to suddenly be completely incapable of farming. She should get better at farming as she levels. I guess since I have extra time, I could look at the level breakdown, because oftentimes we don't talk about it. This is fine. This is fine. That's fine. That's fine. And yeah, this is probably what I would do for the first 7 levels for sure. After that, I might go more into Lunar Blessing, but it's not a big deal. And she did glaives, so how was she not farming faster? Like, she did glaives for 3 levels in a row. She had 3 glaives by level 11, so I don't know how she didn't farm properly. It seems ridiculous to me. Ninja's Prophet, it doesn't even matter what he chooses, but he did a fine build. Sprout was to get some early kills against Jug. He probably should have leveled up Sprout more, because we could have killed Jug way easier if he had many, many levels of Sprout, but he decided not to. Nyx, I would have put Spike Carapace off more just because the way the fights were going early, but that's not a big deal. It's only 1 level, so like, oh geez, you know, it doesn't matter. Man, it's just ruining me. I don't want to see any more Jugs. I see them all the time. No more Jugs. Any people in this match? A Pharaoh, Rosie O'Donnell, Philly, and Seed. Nope. None of the same people. Jug was not banned. That's nice. Maybe I'll play myself some Jug. I don't do it often. I don't want to support, so I'll say that right now. No thank you. No thanks. I need to get, thanks to the way the MMR has been going, I need to get 26 MMR to break even, which isn't always the case. A random Arc Warden into a random Warlock. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's nice to ask for the 2 tangos ahead of time so that somebody can actually plan their build while they're in that screen. So it's kind of really cool. Jargon's good against Warlock because I'm magic immune, so that's always a big plus. I'm just trying to think of what they're going to play here. I need to see more before I can really plan. Axe is kind of okay against Jug. I don't like that. Maybe like Drow? As I can push Axe away from my teammates a little bit, temporarily. I can stop them from calling. And the little known thing is that, little thought of thing, is that if Axe calls you as Drow, it's actually not so bad, because your ult will turn off, and that means you'll attack slower, thus proccing less of the hits. You know what I mean? Significantly slower. I mean, 40, 60, 80 agility slower. I think Drow could be good here. I'll silence Warlock and kill him instantly. Axe, it's not too big of a deal. I won't kill him easily, but I can kite the crap out of him. All I have to do is catch him once and just start frost arrowing, and he can never do anything. Because the slow on his ooh, Medusa. Well, I could do a diffusal blade drow. I could also do AM and just be a jerk. That's the meta you see in this bracket. Medusa, immediate AM, stuff like that. Not so good against the Nyx. I think that Drow is okay here. Luna, what? Luna? I guess. It's not bad. It's an okay pick. I just don't know why. I'm trying to think about it. Like, I'm okay against Medusa. It's alright. Good against Warlock, because I don't care about his golem. If he's close enough to cast his golem on me, he's going to have to risk me killing him. Good against Axe, just because he's going to get hit with all the glaives, so he can never blink. And decent against Nyx, because I'll have enough health, and I'll buy a BKB anyway. Oh, I lost gold, that's why. Crap. Well, I'll have to buy that first. That's just what it is. I just want that to be on the record. AM is amazing against Medusa. I've played the matchup both ways. You just start hitting. Medusa can ult right there if she wants. That's fine. But one of Medusa's main strategies, or her main good parts, is that she reduces 60% of damage because of her mana shield. 60% damage goes to her mana until it runs out. It runs out twice as fast. Actually, more than twice as fast, depending on the level. But twice as fast because of AM. Which means, you know, we lost, I forgot, that sucks. Which means that if you're playing that particular matchup, she just loses one of her main abilities. She can't reduce any of that damage because her mana's gone. It'll be gone before it matters. Sometimes it doesn't matter if you start losing mana as Medusa, because you'll die from that 40% that hits you before you run out of mana, which is rare, but it can happen. Depending on how much you cast and stuff. AM guarantees it. It's like, guarantees that you don't. It's like, no, your mana will disappear really fast, and so I'll be doing 100% of the damage to you. You know, obviously ignoring armor. That's the truth. Yeah, she's super squishy. She is a agility hero, and she doesn't have a great strength gain, and she just loses. Aw, Tree, my hero. That's a dumb argument, though. If AM rarely gets MKB, then he just... Yeah, but you just buy one. If you see Medusa building a butterfly, you just buy an MKB. It's a response. That's the problem with butterfly, is that if somebody's building a butterfly, if they have an MKB carrier, they're going to buy one when they see... They're going to start buying one immediately. It's like, okay, you're building a butterfly, I will buy an MKB, so I have it when you get your butterfly. Basically. Now, they don't always have a good carrier for it. That's a problem. But AM's fine with an MKB. It's not a bad carrier. Alright, I think for Axe, I need the Lunar Blessing. Just make Axe get no experience here. Not gonna let him passively get any experience as long as I'm standing here. That was a mistake. It didn't look like any creeps were hitting it, but I was wrong. I was wrong, friends. Forgive me. Gonna focus on my last hit instead of the deny. That's the way you're supposed to play. Maybe you're a good carry. Alright, now Axe will struggle with, I know I have Crystal Maiden, but there's no problem with having more mana, basically. Still gives an armor bonus and all that. The spins. This Axe. He's super squishy. I am super low on health now, so... I'll get Lucent Beam. Best chance I have at damaging Axe.
Need to cure it.
There goes his call. He'll be out of that tango soon. Dang. Lost 2 less hits because of that. That's using your head. Knew I wasn't going to get it otherwise without going near Axe and potentially taking damage. I'll just use a Lucent Beam to get it. Alright, it's my courier. I don't know what people are doing. Hehehe.
Flanker.
Warlock's here. I'm trying to pressure Axe as much as I can. Warlock's gonna heal him, which is just what it is, but if I can just pressure Axe into, you know, not being happy here. Oh my gosh. Thanks, tree. I had to run over here real quick and
Viper has a rune.
be careful about it.
I think he has Invis rune.
Now that I have my ring, I'm actually quite strong. Axe is missing.
The courier again when it comes.
I can just cast whenever I want, basically. I don't care if he calls me by himself. That's not really a concern of mine. I cancel his auto attack. That's funny. Oh, always the spins.
Viper's missed.
I might die here. Give me. Alright, I'll be okay. Yeah, that's why I need Crystal Maiden to actually be here. How do you actually do the enemy has returned ping? What? Oh, I understand. I didn't understand the question at first. Okay, so you hold control and alt. So you know if you do alt, someone's missing. So like right now, I can ping Axe is missing. If you hold control and alt at the same time, you'll say that someone's returned. So I have to wait till they actually return because I don't want to screw up my game just as a demonstration. Click the portrait. It's great. Controls are usually your alternative pings.
I need, show me.
That was super awesome. So if I want to do something like don't go somewhere, do the X on the ground, it's Control Alt. I think he's also suggest something too. Yep. Control Alt on the thing, and you can suggest someone buy something. X. Ha ha ha. Just trying to pressure Axe. He has no healing besides wand, so... Yeah, the little shortcuts help a lot. I mean, I don't use them very often, but when it's important. Yeah, using voice chat's actually the best. If you have a mic. So when I'm not playing on stream, I talk a lot more. Because this is some weird thing where I'm in OBS where my mic never like works the way I expect it to. That's enough for me. Thank you. Alright, now I'm getting farm again. Slowly. Takes time, but... Let's see here. I can get that. Next will be that creep over here, which is irritating because I have to walk all the way around. Taking so much damage from these creeps. But I, like, need it. I'll just meet up with the next creep wave. This game, a BKB, isn't as essential, but I'll probably still buy one, just not immediately. I think it's going to be Dragonlance into a Diffusal, maybe. Diffusal's pretty good.
Did he get a heal?
Just trying to put my mana to good use before I go back to base. Because even if I can just get like another couple last hits, it's worth it to me. It's worth it to kill Medusa or anybody else like that. He has Chrono, right? That's stuck. That was huge for us. Nyx at his level does not want to be anywhere near me. But I had to back up. Yeah, you kind of have to just not bother if your team doesn't speak your language. Oh. No mana now. That's okay though. Don't really mind. He's going for Midas. Why does everybody go for Midas now? We're not in such a position where we can just easily get up, you know, have a Midas in the team. Well, that's sad. You dead, man? I almost killed Crystal Maiden because I wasn't paying attention. She was under Fatal Bonds, and I hit a creep that had Fatal Bonds on it.
I'm gonna come and kill Dota.
Coming.
I'm just gonna farm. That's my job here, so I'm okay with that. I don't need to go rotate for the Medusa this time. Good thing is Catapult's gonna get some time to just destroy this tower here. Because it has a lot of, it had, you know, a creep wave coming in as cannon fodder, then another creep wave existing there. Oh, come on. That's ridiculous.
Viper's missing. Careful.
I can't be out here without heal. He's pinging that they might show up there. That's probably true. I'll back off. Because they don't seem to care about me when they use the shrines. I'm just using it. I'm using it and I don't care. I need Diffusal first.
Rune is bot.
Should wait till I actually have my item. Make them more efficient. Then I can probably push.
Stun him, we will kill him.
I'll end up with a Yasha, so I don't find my movement speed to be imperative.
Oh my god. Axe is a blink dagger.
Took another tower though, so that's not so bad. I'm getting pretty big here. My attack range is now kind of semi-decent. I'm hiding from Viper. If he doesn't have a ward, he might be dumb enough to come over. Awesome. Nyx was just about to cast Spike Carapace too. Oh, 3.
Dead. Careful. If Viper's closer, you're dead.
He's right. Since there's 3 of them. Safe lane carry privileges. About to get Moonglaves, which I'm pretty happy about. About time. I just kill a lot of creeps in a short amount of time for my challenge, which means I'm hoping this game lasts long enough because it'll be easy if I'm a high level. Literally Warlock ult just for me. I guess I understand it, but... Void's easy. You just kind of time walk and things happen. It's great. He didn't max though. This is a wrong build. This is why he was having some trouble against the Medusa. You do not. You always max time walk as an offlane Void. End of discussion. I don't care what the lane is. It's just great. It helps you run away. It throws off damage for 2 freaking seconds, and a cooldown of 6 is ridiculous. That means in a 6-second period, you can take 2 of those 2 seconds of the damage off. Always, as long as you have mana. And it's not very expensive either. This is just ridiculous. He should always have that. That's what they have here. They're pretty broke. Me and Viper have like the same items. That's my money. Ah, so much money. Oh, give it to me. Yes. actually. That helped me catch back up from the death. I got more than I lost, I believe. I lost 352. I gained about a little over 400. I got 3 people. Oh, I got like 600 and something. So yeah, I'll take it. Let's pressure bottom lane a little bit. Once I get my diffusal, I'm gonna ruin people. Yeah, exactly. I didn't even do anything. Just Luna things. What a weird camp to leave like this. I didn't level up my ult at level 12 because I don't think it'll be up before I get level 13. That's why, by the way. So I'll be able to get it when it matters, and I can farm better with the Moonglaive until then. Keep that kind of consideration in mind when they have long ults. Like, see, I already have it back, and I still have 40 seconds to spare. And it helped me farm it faster by having the extra bounce. Just trying to get some quick farm so I can do stuff. Make the team happy. Alright, a Yasha would be cool. Get a little bit of move speed. You know, attack, all that stuff. A Diffuse Blade off to take this slot. I had to stop this from pushing as well. Alright, now with the Diffusal, I'm able to really scare the Medusa. Real quick before he does anything. Oh no, Nyx. Forgot there was Nyx, to be honest. That was my mistake. I should have figured Nyx was with him. I forgot he was in the game. Did buy this first, though, so I bought out. I didn't lose too much gold. I bought another TP, too, because why not? I'll use it at some point. I like those TPs, the death TPs, you know? Why not buy a couple as long as you don't have, like, a ridiculous amount? Like, I'm going to use these at some point. Much stronger. Level 1 Eclipse isn't super strong. It's only 5 beams. But, you know, the extra 8 definitely makes a difference. Yep, that was the right move.
Help, help, help.
Still have ult too. Might as well just keep pushing. I just get all that. That's so funny. Yeah, exactly. She got hit. That's funny. She has 8 armor. I have 21. Why take the damage for? That's ridiculous. Still didn't stop it. This is gonna be mine. I love the farming speed. All creeps are belong to me. I guess the BKB would be good versus Viper, so I'm okay with that. Let's buy the Yasha for now. And BKB. I just killed myself on him. At least Medusa didn't get it. Better that he gets it than Medusa. So, unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to finish my Yasha. That makes me a little sad. Next, I'm going to take the health, because, well, Lucent Beam damage affects the Eclipse too, I believe. I guess I'll take the Lucent Beam. Nice ult. Ah, nice. About to get my boom kicked in. Get that armor, get that damage, attack speed, all the good stuff.
Yes. Good plan.
I got some stats from the level up, which is good too. Just a little health. Keep me going. Yeah, he does. At some point I'll need to get a Satanic probably, but not now.
Yasha. Yes.
Now I'm actually fast enough to do things, I hope.
Good plan. On the front.
I like not having to be that near the creeps because of the bounce. It's nice. Makes things way easier. About to get that serious bounce, that level 4 Moonglaive.
Nope.
Dead. I heard our ults are pretty good.
Push it. Let's get mid and then we'll rush with it. Don't take it now.
I just do a lot of damage, you know what I mean?
I'll take Yazumi.
She does a lot too, but... She does a lot. Did she? Oh, she took 50 damage, that's why.
Okay, going for. Yeah, I'll solo rush. I can solo rush.
That's probably true, actually. With her particular skill sets. Axe just showed mid, which was a mistake for him.
Thank you.
I give bonus damage to everything. I install all heroes. So makes everybody more effective. Wanted to make a move on the axe, but he would need to have played that differently. On the way. Looks like we just killed Medusa all over again, so they are screwed. This is huge. We're gonna win this. We're about to take a Rex.
Have Aegis.
Oh, you do have Aegis. Why the hell did I try to save you with my camera case?
Hey, it's worth saving an Aegis. Oh. I can hit him.
26 charge.
Wow. Axe really saved the day there. We got a tier 3 though, so that's good. If they get these, I'll be able to get my BKB. I guess he just doesn't want to. I don't know why. I mean, it would be easy right now. Half the team's dead. He's also pretty farmed. Not really in items, but like, you know, he's a high level. That's a huge deal. They really should. Looks like they did, and they just need it. Mine. You don't get to take my farm. My farm. Attack speed, because I'm greedy.
We ride. Thanks.
Just gave me so much money. Here it is.
Stalking. Sees all. On the prowl. Heads up.
I have a couple more seconds. No, I already elapsed the time, so I have to just keep going then. Come on, Luna. Get those creep kills. I got level 2 of it, and for some reason it says -1 now. That always concerns me. I don't think I'll have time, but I'll just attack something just to see. You never know. Now Manta wouldn't be a bad idea.
Let's go.
I'm pretty fast. Medusa is not as fast. That's unfortunate.
Stalking.
I actually need 21, but you know, that's nitpicking, obviously.
We ride.
With tree next to me, I should be okay.
Quickly now.
This'll come in handy.
Slice. I'm not. Blessings upon the skies.
Bye, Viper. BKB charge and ult, that's worth it, because Viper's super dangerous right now. He's at like that point where he's like not the guy you want to mess with. Those are my creeps, I think.
Yes. Yes.
No HP.
I wish I could get more creeps in the timeline. It's just really hard. Unless like the game went on another 50 minutes, then it would be super easy because I could literally run rapid speed down the lane and they just explode at my feet. I already do explode at my feet, but it's different, you know. Plus, I could send my illusions off to do similar stuff.
Let's go.
15 all stats is what I'll be going for, if I hit level 25, which we'll see. Kind of want a butterfly, but I don't know. I figure I should finish that first. Just smart. Finish the items you already have. Are gonna keep first before you start getting rid of stuff, unless it's a really important item, which there's no item that's that important right now.
They will hear me.
Kinda wanna wait for Roshan.
It's supposed to be 20. I'm surprised I haven't got it. Like 20 doesn't seem that unreasonable when you think to yourself, but like this is 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm counting too fast. 9. 9 creeps. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm at 12. And these camps are cleared, unfortunately, so I stay at 12. But
They have wards there.
On the hunt. Far than night.
heh heh heh. New salts. Sorry, Viper. Except I'm not sorry. I'm also confused. Why does it say oh, that's what I completed before. That's why. I understand. I think. And this gets all weird because I think it's showing me what I had before because I have enough losing beams for the challenge. For level 2, but it's not showing level 2 for the other one, even though it also is. Huge confusion, I don't know. All I know is that I need 9 hits with Lucid Beam.
There's a DD and Roshan. Let's do that. Don't be greedy.
I want greed, though.
Give me a cheese. I'll take the Aegis. Someone take the cheese.
I better get my challenge, guys. I'm just telling you now. I'll be upset if I don't. Now I guess the butterfly is the way to go. Since I finish my items. I'm big. I have so much money. She's getting money now too, but I am just like a rich, rich Luna. This is what it's like to be Luna, you know? Ooh, 31 bloodstone charges. That's painful. Getting 9 isn't so bad, because I can cast once during the fight, so that'll be down to 8. So I only need to hit 8 out of 11. And technically, if the fight keeps going for a little while, I'll get another Lucent Beam. So I mean, 7 out of 11. I don't know why Crystal Maiden suddenly said that, but it's kind of true. I mean, Axe definitely didn't do good work for his team. No way. Actually, I guess losing beam, since it's my thing, I should probably do it. Yeah.
I'm ready to go. Let's go bottom. Let's put.
We don't have faceless void. I don't really think we should risk it.
So it counts. I think. What? Didn't count. Why not? I need to get this stuff done. It definitely doesn't count. There we go. Okay. Got it. I did 3. Nice. I did it, guys. Level 3 challenge. And now this will just suddenly explode, because that's Luna for you.
36 charge. LOL.
GG, well played. Always be polite to the enemy team. There's no reason to go crazy. And that's victory, friends. Ah, nice. Please let it be 26 MMR. I got my quests. Oh, so happy. It's hard to get those level 3s sometimes. I thought I leveled up my profile badge. I was excited. It was a lie. It's a vicious lie. But I can look at my quests now. Well, I can't remember how to look at my quests. There we go. Quests. And now the Luna is all done. Good stuff. Now, I've only had any of the things done here. It takes forever to get these because I just don't play a lot of heroes that have been going with them recently. Oh, I got my weekly. I started that up, so that's good. So, let's see how much we gained. Please at least be 26. 24. Ah, no. We lost 2 MMR today. That's so ridiculous, but whatever. Why that game went the way that it did. So, we will start with the fact that me and Lena actually knew how to farm as carries. They had nobody who knew how to farm. They have a Medusa, and she is broke. That is all her fault. Even though we did pressure her, she should have way more money than that. That's sad. She has less money than Crystal Maiden. So that tells you something. It's actually also sad that I didn't have more than Lena by a good margin, only a little bit, 1,000. Should have had more than that. So I actually failed the farming game too, but okay. Damage. On their team, they were pretty evenly split. None of them did anything spectacular. They did about as much damage as our Crystal Maiden did, which is a good amount, mind you. You know, the top of them. But none of them did significantly more besides Viper, who was actually doing something. And I guess Axe. Because, actually mostly because of that last team fight. That's where he did almost all his damage. Which is funny. But, I mean, we just had people who stood far and above, like me and Lena just wrecked their team. We would instantly kill them. So, They just didn't have anybody who was standing out from the pack because nobody had any money. That's just kind of what you expect. Sadly, and actually did a little better than me, it looked like. We actually sieged buildings. We pushed. They never had the chance, but nobody really tried besides Viper and Medusa, which is kind of sad. One of the reasons they also struggled isn't their warding. That's not one of them. They had people going crazy for support items, and it just did not matter. Did they not have a flying... There it is. I didn't see the flying courier. I was like, did they not buy one? Like, what? What is this? So, the graph shows that we were doing pretty evenly for a while, and then we just kind of took it away. I'm not surprised by that. I was always doing well. I wasn't top for this first 10 minutes, but I was always doing well. Void was always doing pretty decent for the offlane. That's a good offlane for him. Lena was always doing great. I guess she owned mid. Let's see them. Viper was always kind of in the middle. Medusa was doing well. She was doing fine for the first 20 minutes, and then she just fell off, which is supposed to be the opposite. She's okay for the first 20 minutes, and then she catches up. Don't know what happened there. And their Axe kind of suffered for being an offlaner. He was below most of the top of the pack. He was at the bottom of that. So that was some way he struggled. So I know the items are going to tell us a lot here. Their team. Warlock built fine. He built a mech. That's fine. No issues there. Viper. That's what he probably should have gone. Hurricane Pike to get away from us. Try to juke away from Chronos, I guess. Medusa. That's fine. I would not go straight into Lincoln's. What is Medusa trying to stop? Lena ult. Waste. Complete waste. My Q. Waste. That's a real waste. That doesn't do anything. Crystal Maiden's Frostbite. Yeah, that sucks. That's about it, though. I mean, I can't see anything else they'd be trying to stop. Buy like a Maelstrom. Farm. Farm better. That if you can't farm better, buy a Maelstrom. That's just the rule. Buy something that helps you farm. Because she needed it. Because then by this point, she would have also had a Lincoln's. She'd have a Maelstrom and a Lincoln's. And probably something else if she knew how to farm properly, which she didn't. Axe went straight into his Blink Dagger, which is the correct option here. And then Blade Mail, so that me and Faceless and Lena would hurt ourselves badly. That was the right option. Don't know why he did a Force Staff, though. I think he might think you can force out a Chrono. You can't. That doesn't work. That's a bad item, but I don't think anything he could have bought would have really saved the game. Shivas would have been nice. Nyx went and Urn. He didn't really get the chance to gank, though, so it didn't end up panning out. And he bought a Blink Dagger. I think that's to dodge Chronos to get into position, but honestly, he doesn't need it. Like, he doesn't need the mobility here. His team has slows. Technically a stun. He has a taunt on Axe. Warlock has a stun. You know, like, I don't know. It just seems pointless to me. I don't think that there's any really good reason to buy it. So let's see the skill builds. This is going to tell us everything about why they lost, I'm sure. Medusa. Snake build is fine. I support that always. Mana Shields, and then all split shot here, which I kind of don't support. Probably should have done Mana Shield more. Because it ends up giving you a better amount of... less mana it takes, which helps a lot, so you don't have to worry about your shield running out. Went all into split shot to farm, and then didn't farm. Like, how is that possible? I don't really know. That's dumb. Axe built just fine. He didn't really take Battle Hunger till later, and that's because he knew I didn't have enough range. I probably would have taken Battle Hunger a little earlier. I probably would have taken it here. Just to try to get a kill on me, which might have worked. But it's not a bad build. It just might have been better to do something else. Nyx probably didn't need Spike Carapace. Nyx takes Spike Carapace early, even if they're not, like, laning. It's for lane. You don't do it to gank, and you built an Urn. So which is it? Are you ganking or are you laning? If you're laning, don't build the Urn. If you're ganking, don't take Spike Carapace early. That's my opinion. I've played a lot of Nyx. I just don't see the point. If you're ganking, what does this do for you? You're gonna hope that they cast something at you and that you're going to be able to do extra damage. They're running. If they turn around and cast on you, they're dead anyway, because your teammates that you're ganking with will probably get something done. I don't know. That just seems ridiculous to me. But basically, going into the real overview, we just had a better team comp. We have team fight, team fight, team fight, team fight, team fight, push, kind of push. And we have good escape here, decent escape here. Like, we have a lot of stuff going on. Their team is okay because they have team fight here and here and here. But this is about ganking. This is kind of a weird pick. Viper has, like, weird specialties, in my opinion. He's okay at fighting. He's okay at ganking. He's not special at anything, just kind of being there. The problem is that Medusa needs to stay and farm. Viper needs to fight early to matter. Warlock needs to fight early to matter, to help his team. Axe needs to fight early to matter. Nyx needs to take time. He does a little bit at a time, like a little bit each, as he levels. He's never like big anytime. We're strong early. Crystal Maiden, Treant, Lena, all strong. Level 6, we both get super strong. We just had too much of an early, and the problem is that as soon as she starts falling off a little, which she built right click so she doesn't, but if she were to fall off, and Crystal Maiden fall off, and Treant, who never really falls off, that's when I get huge, and Faceless kind of matters more. So there just was never going to be a time where they had an advantage over us. They needed more stuns, and they didn't have them. They have a stun on ult, a stun on this ult, and one stun here. I guess the taunt counts, but like they don't have anything ranged. You have to be next to Axe, looking at Medusa. These are both like optional. Like you can avoid that, especially since we have 3 ranged and Chrono. They just don't have any way to like control us effectively. All of them are poor choices. Like Warlock starts channeling, Frostbite, stun, stunned. I think she had a Yules earlier. I don't remember, but anything like that, we could just easily stop. Lucent Theme. So we just had just a better overall matchup. I won't talk about it too much more because that's just too much. Already too much. It's already 10:20. I'm exhausted anyway. So today we lost to MMR. I am frustrated, but that's okay. We learned some, played some good games. Losing to MMR is not the end of the world. So I will be back this coming Sunday. For once, I know what day it is. That's plus right there. I know the day of the week. So I hope to see you guys there. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.